You talked about winning the possibility of winning 41% of the races you've entered. How do you win the last one?
Such a great question, and I wish I had the answer. You know, we've been in the Final Four for 3 years in a row. The first year, they put a big old giant piece of tape on my car. I was running Kyle down, and Chris thought that this is going to put us over the edge. They did some wind tunnel information.
Couple laps too early.
We were like, this is going to add X amount of downforce because you're a little tight anyway. You're going to fly by him
and blow up at the start finish line.
I mean, it was it was placed in the wrong place on the car. But, you know, it was big, and it was planning on being big, but it was only supposed to go on a certain section of the nose.
That's Shippy's fault.
Man, tape's still
I'm not really sure.
You just hired him to run your pit crews.
I know.
You blame it on him.
I'm not sure. I think it was Shippy, actually. But, I mean, it's something they didn't practice, and so that's part of it. But so the first one, we were running down Kyle. We put on a big piece of tape, and I essentially get blown up. I had to come back in. And then the year after that, we were beat before we got there. I mean, my mom rode actually in a plane with Coy, and it's like, we have no shot. Like, our cars on the short tracks, we're not fast enough. If you looked, and this is when David Smith had all of his analytics, like on the short tracks, we were, I think, ranked 12th or 13th fastest on short tracks that year. It was when we were great on intermediates, but just none of our teams were fast on short tracks. And so we showed up there and ran fourth, which is better than we ran all year long, but it just, we didn't have enough. And then last year, I mean, damn, I'm in a good spot again. I'm running down Truex with 20-something laps to go, and David Starr wrecks. And I come in the pits, and, you know, Kyle Larson's team kills it.
Well, it's nice because you said this last week. We had a conversation, and this is why your racing IQ is a lot higher than most. You said, well, if we had a better pit stall and I qualified better, that wouldn't have happened.
No doubt. Yeah, I think that the easy knee-jerk reaction that did happen is that we'll never get beat by not have the fastest pit crew again. It was like, well, if we worked on our car speed, we would qualify first. That's a free half a second at least. So, and we lost the lead-off pit road by that much over the 5. So,
does it wear on you hearing that?
I mean, I don't think about it day to day. I think about it when people bring it up. It gets towards the end of the season. Certainly, I certainly get extra motivated to, hey, let me prove you wrong. But, I mean, I'm going to be fine without it. My life will not change. I mean, I talk to Mark Martin quite a bit, you know, here and there whenever I see him, and he's like, you know, it doesn't change my life one bit. Like, it's fine. And honestly, too, and I don't want to douse any of our past champions over the last few years because they are all very worthy and they won it, but the champions crowned differently than it used to. It's a one race. You got to win one race, and so it's just putting the whole season together. Now, I think making the Final Four is a show of you put together a really good season. What happens in that final race is just you better have a fast car and you better have things go your way.